Okay, YouTubers, back again. Part, I guess, 19, somewhere around there. This is the counterweight. It is 28 by 28, and the center plate is 25 by 25. It is just over 72 inches deep, which is just over 6 feet, with gravel below that for drainage of any sort. 3 feet down, it turns into pretty much clay. Not sure if you saw me do the dig out, but that's the dirt from the stuff. It's pretty much a clay dirt down there, but it's wet. We do have some kind of bleed from this burrow yard back here, and that's a natural waterway. It goes down through there, goes all the way down to the river, which isn't much more than 200 yards. So natural water underground. So that's set. I'm cleaning that off. I'm gonna get some concrete cleaner, which I have. Clean that with concrete cleaner, then put a bead of caulking around the sides, then coat the concrete with a polymer adhesive, whatever that stuff is for two concrete surfaces together, and then put the self-leveling stuff in there just to see how it is. I'm going to put the plate on now just to see how close. It's really close to level. Probably if I just shimmed it or something, it would probably be right on, but I'd rather do the self-leveling, have it a little bit more smooth surface, whatever, I don't know. So that's that. There's the plate. That's going in there. Give you a little update on the inverter situation. I searched around, finally found a guy who has a wind inverter from Aurora. So these do exist. This was manufactured in the 2010 and week 42. So week 42, 2010. Brand new in the box with the manual and the CD. And the hardware, everything like that. So it was completely in the box, sealed. He actually has one more. I found only one online so far, which I won't buy the other one until I can find it. Aurora also made the wind controller. So that is made for this. And I'm big on stock, not the mix match parts or anything. I know a lot of you guys can do that, you know, take one part from somewhere else and do something else like that. That's fine. The engineers designed that controller with this inverter in mind, and this is the one for wind. And with all the reading and rabbit holes you go down on the internet, apparently Aurora / Power One, that's who I guess ended up buying all these guys. So great manufacturing out of Italy. That's where this thing was made. I found out through going down the rabbit holes that every inverter is actually capable of wind. Did not know that. There is, I think, a Solar City or something like that. Has a good paper on it. I downloaded it. It tells you step by step when you turn this on and power it up, how to do it before, you know, installing it to the wind turbine. To change the settings, the software and hardware are all adaptable for the wind. So the software, you have to go in and program a whole bunch of steps in there and change a whole bunch of settings, and then of course you have to put the power curve for your wind turbine in there. So one bite at a time, the way you eat an elephant. So this is basically otherwise known as an empty box. It's basically set up. This one is actually set up for wind, but even according to their manual, I believe it didn't mention it directly, but I believe it said you have to put the points in for the wind because it doesn't know which wind turbine you have. So anyway, the Aurora controller is on its way. It's supposed to get here tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, Thursday. So that's the update for that. I have to upgrade my panel. I have to put a 100 amp panel out back because my solar panels, I am upgrading to the 420 watt AC panels, which take 3 20 amp breakers, and then this inverter takes a 40 amp minimum going outbound. So, and that runs all the way on number 2 wire back to the house, which can handle 115 amps. So that will cover this panel. So right now I'm working on the plate, and I'll be getting that done, and then I'll probably be mounting one of these tower sections, you know, for the test run. I have one marked as the bottom because I set it for the actual plate. So that one's going to be next after I get this plate all hinged up and everything. And I think it's marked on here somewhere. It might be this one actually right here, because I had marked it with a grinder mark on somewhere. So anyway, that's one that's going to go on there. And I have to continue with my camo job to make it look like a tree, possibly, you know, instead of just gray steel going up. So that's about it for now. And let me get back to work. I got to flip this thing over, put it on its pad, see how level that is, because the level's showing pretty damn close. So I'll check it out, see what it looks like. If not, I'm going to be pouring that thin set underneath and then going from there. All right, self-level, I should say, not thin set, but self-level on the concrete. And then I'll video back later on.